She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Welcome to Never Date Just One, sis. It is your host, Arthur China T, Coach Erica, and we are here to learn how to roster date if this is the last thing that we do. We have been on a journey, episode 30. This is episode 30. Yay, we are on the 30th episode. So if you have not watched previous 29 episodes, catch up so you can know where we're going with this, because I want to move y'all along in a roster dating journey, but it's so many things that be coming up in the process of you getting there. Namely, it's be y'all emotions and not understanding what you need, never knew what you wanted, just deciding to go with the flow. And I put a short video up here today addressing the fact that you have to be specific when you speak to the universe and tell the universe what you want. You have to know exactly what it is that you want. Tell the universe what you need. You have to know exactly what it is that you need. And then you have to know how to verbalize these wants and these needs or these likes to the people who you're adding to your roster or to your meeting, who you're meeting. If you chose to go ahead and still date one person at a time, I'm not mad at you. I do know that you will continue to waste time, because in order for that to matter, that person will have to get you to the ultimate goal of marriage. And a lot of times y'all are wasting time with one person who has no goals of marriage for you, but you won't know until it's too late when they've moved on and married somebody else. Again, we have plenty of examples. The lady that was with the man for 10 years, he married the other lady within 7 months. She didn't know what she wanted. She didn't know how to get what she needed, but the other lady got it right away. Okay, a lot of y'all are stuck in putting all this time into one man. He is not putting that effort into you, but he will enjoy the ride as long as the sex is hassle-free. It doesn't come with a lot of things that he has to do for you. So he's never going to tell you, hey, I really don't want you. No, he's going to continue to make you believe that he does. And in the end, it's none of that. And a lot of that comes from the fact that y'all talk too much. You like to talk a lot on the phone. You text and everything. This man knows so much about your history. You can barely tell me a little about anything about his. But what you can tell me is that he suffered some trauma sometime in his childhood, and you feel like that's an excuse for him to treat you in the way that he treats you. I told y'all, a lot of y'all need to apologize to yourselves for allowing people to treat you in that way, because it's indicative that you cannot love yourself if you're allowing the backstory of somebody else to be the reason why they're mistreating you, and you're still holding on even though you know you're being mistreated. Okay, so make sure you watch those first 29 videos, subscribe to this channel, share it. Content will no longer be posted on TikTok at all. I don't care what goes on. There is nothing that I will post on TikTok anymore. Now they have went through and blocked all of my pages for me posting my content. And again, y'all know I'm fully clothed in my videos. My content is to help women grow into who they are, understand their wants and their needs, and how to get those things achieved with the slew of guys, not just one. So there is nothing that's grotesque. There was no sexual, there was no nudity, there was nothing illegal substances. These are all reasons that they have cited for blocking my page. I have stepped in to try to get with a lawyer to start a class action lawsuit against TikTok for the blocking of the content for whatever reason, especially when you're saying that there's violating community standards, and none of the videos are violating those community standards, except they are being made for YouTube and being posted to TikTok. That is it. And there is nowhere in their standards that says I can't make my video off the website and then post it on the app. So since they want to take it that way, I like to go the legal way, because I'm not fighting with no bots and no people in China, when we can just go ahead and fight in the U.S. Supreme Court. So that is the route that I'm now taking. So I'm not encouraging nobody to follow none of those pages on TikTok. Again, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you join a Facebook group. I don't post as often in the Facebook group because the people who have joined the group are not as active as they should. I think that they're looking for me to just post every day for them to just, I don't know, because in order for people to get what they're looking for, you definitely need to interact. And so it's a lot less interaction in the group. Now, I know that I have seen y'all in the thousands jumping in a live that Shearer has going on where she's putting on some makeup and she's trying to convince y'all to buy some perfume. Y'all are over there. TikTok doesn't block any of her content, yet she's saying similar things as me. But because y'all are blowing her up, they don't want to block. They don't block her content. They don't block the content of Princella or whatever her name is, and she's basically saying some of the same things I'm saying, except her stuff is geared more towards just leave men alone. I'm not sure if she's trying to tell y'all to go towards women. I don't know, but I ain't telling y'all to leave the men alone, because whatever your preference is, that's your preference. What I am trying to teach you to do is stop wasting time with one person and make sure that all of your needs are met. You're getting the things that you want, and you are actually liking your dating life, as opposed to you saying, "Child, I don't want to date no more. I'm comfortable being single." Nobody's comfortable down alone. Even if you have children, I keep telling y'all, in y'all mind, y'all keep thinking that y'all finna be number one in y'all kids' life. Absolutely not. Once sex get involved and they start catching feelings for the other gender or the same gender, you're no longer number one in their life. So when you say that you're comfortable being single, you're talking about dying alone. And I don't aspire to die by myself. I mean, I already don't have kids. I'm definitely not trying to die without a mate next to me, or that we can just enjoy our older years. That's why I'm going with this. I'm not trying to, nah, okay? And I don't recommend, but, you know, to each his own. If you've convinced yourself that trying to date is, or being in a relationship is too much, if you stop trying to be in relationships and get away from those boyfriend, girlfriend titles, you probably can more aim towards the wife title. And again, wants and needs, and be very specific when you speak to the universe. So now today's information, because I've been running through the mill what you need. What are your needs? What is your needs? What is your needs? I'm still trying to help y'all understand what needs are. I'm going to touch on needs as well, but I'm also going to talk about likes and wants, okay? Which are similar in retrospect, but y'all are misinterpreting a lot of things and misusing words and confusing your likes with your wants and then your needs, and things are not being met because you're not able to differentiate between the three. Okay, so let's talk about likes. We already know like is what you like on a person, the things that you like. You may like the way they look, you may like the way they dress, you may like how they act out in public, you know, simple stuff. Okay, do you need them to act different in public? That's not a need of yours. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't need them to act different in public. You need them to show you affection in public. Difference. You like how they act in public. You need them to show you affection in public. That's what you need. That's a need that you want. It's a need for affection. I was talking to a gentleman today. You know, the roster continues to go on. So these initial conversations are very important. I told y'all, because you're going to be able to hear a lot of things in these conversations with these men. And a lot of these men are not healed. Yeah, they act like they're healed and they act like they want to date. They actually just want to have sex. It is some of them that actually do want to date you or try to get to know you. I do not believe in get to know. I don't feel like you can get to know anybody, because you can only know what they present. But you can learn a lot by watching how they treat themselves, how they treat you, and how they treat others. You can learn so much in just watching that and observing that. But the getting to know thing, I think, is frivolous, because you got some ladies who married to ex-murderers and they didn't even know it. And they say, I didn't even know he was that. That's because that's not a side he introduced you to. So get out of the space of trying to get to know somebody. You'll never know somebody to the full extent of them. You only know what they show you. And so in talking to the guy, he was talking about things that he did not like in previous relationships that he had with women. And I had to stop him right there. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Nobody don't care what y'all don't like. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Nobody don't care what y'all don't like, because that is your dislike. That is not the person who you're telling to dislike. Nobody has to share that dislike. However, if the person is into you, they may be willing to compromise to something that you will like, or something that will be conducive to y'all moving forward. But let's wipe out these dislikes, okay? Let's get rid of them. Okay, we call them red flags for different reasons, because things need to be popping up that are not seeming like it's going to take you to where you need to go, your ultimate goal. Things seem a bit fishy. So yes, the red flags will pop up. I told y'all about one on the video a couple of days ago about the guy who says off and on something back at home. I told you it's a red flag, because just so happened I get on with him, and that lady is who's currently off, decides she wants to come back. She may come back with her drama that is a red flag that I'm not ready to be a part of, okay? So, but the dislike, I can't tell him. I would have never said, well, I don't like that you was with that lady all those years. That has nothing to do with me. Even though I honestly don't like it, I will never tell him that. Why? Because that's just how I feel. He didn't feel like that. He obviously liked it. He obviously liked to be on that roller coaster. So why would I tell him what I don't like? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm here for. So y'all, I need y'all to understand that your likes mean nothing to nobody but yourself. So nobody cares what you don't like. So the guy said that he didn't like how some of the ladies wanted to go out more often than he would have preferred. And I had told him, I had said, well, listen to me, sir. I don't care if you don't like. Because what you don't like has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with you, nothing to do with me. I hear your dislike, and that does nothing for me. Now, if I compromise the dislike so that we can get on the same level, then we can move from that forward. And an example I gave him, for instance, if I'm in a club every night, or every time you turn around 3, 4, 5 times out of the week, I'm in a club, and you tell me, well, baby, I don't like that you're in the club a lot, I'm going to tell you, I don't care what you like, because this is my life. I only can live my life. But I will compromise, and instead of going out all of those days in a week, I will just choose one night to go out. That is our compromise. See how that went? I never gave in to his dislike, because what he doesn't like has nothing to do with my life. I like being in the club every night. I like being whatever's going on. Just because he doesn't like it doesn't mean I'm going to stop it. But if I see a future with us, I will move towards that way of trying to change, compromising that behavior to where I'm not in the club 4 to 5 times a week. I probably would just go on Saturday night. It's a compromise. I never stopped doing it. I'm just compromising so that we can move to another level. But I'm never going to stop doing something that you dislike, because this is my life. And what does it say on my neck? YOLO. You only live once. And I'm going to live my life to the fullest. So I don't care about a dislike. So I need y'all to understand, nobody cares what you don't like. Baby, I don't like that you hang out with your homeboys. Nobody cares. Baby, I need to have more time with you. And a lot of your time go with spending with your homeboys. He could say, bet, I get that. You got a need to have more quality time for me. Let's see how we can compromise. Because he doesn't care what you don't like. Unless y'all at a restaurant and a waitress bring out something nasty, you tell him, baby, I don't like this. It's the only time he possibly would care about your dislike, because, of course, he's not going to want you eating something that you don't like. Anything else is unnecessary. Okay, so let's talk about it. In roster dating, where you're actively maintaining a list of multiple suitors, okay, the likes represent the qualities or characteristics of a person that you find attractive or enjoyable. Okay, likes represent the qualities or characteristics that you find attractive or enjoyable in your potential partner. Okay, now your needs, that refers to the things that you have to have, no deal breakers, or you will not be dealing with this person. Okay, so they are qualities or traits that require fulfilling and to get to a stable relationships. So you need honesty. You need open communication. I don't like that you lie to me. Nobody cares about that, because we don't care about your like. I like when you're honest with me, and I need you to be honest with me. See, it sounds better. Stop talking about what you dislike. Talk about your likes, your wants, and your needs, so that they can be met in the way that's suitable for you, so that you can move to whatever process you're trying to move through, okay? The differences there are very big differences between likes and needs, okay? Likes are based on your initial attraction, the physical appearance, the personality traits, share interests, and exciting qualities, the things that you like. I like that he has a big family. That's one of his characteristics. I like that he goes to work every day. That's a great like. I like that he takes his time trying to learn who I am as a person. That's a great like. Do you understand what a like is? They're the initial attraction, physical appearance, fun personality traits, share interests, or exciting qualities, okay? They can be flexible, and they change over time. Because while you may like it now, you may not like it in 6 months. You may not like it in a year. Likes change Just like your needs change. Remember I told y'all that men will get somewhere to get their set of needs that they have at that time met. And as soon as all those needs are met, they'll move on because their needs change. These things change as you age, as you get more experience, as you learn the people that you're dealing with. Your likes will change, okay? They're not going to stay the same. And they may not necessarily translate to a long-term commitment, okay? The things that you like may not lead you to a relationship. Like you may like going to the club with him. You may like going out with him, having fun. But that's not something that you want in a relationship. You may not need that at all. But right now it's fun. You like it, so you do it, okay? Now, things such as going on dates, meaningful conversations, spending time together, all the likes, but they're also a part of a love language as well. Learn your love languages so that you can be able to better be open and convey the things that you like. If you don't know your love language, it's going to be impossible for you to be able to tell somebody the things that you like and the things that you need. Affectionate gestures. You like holding hands. You like cuddling. You like giving compliments. There's a need for affection. See how that go hand in hand? Okay. Reliability and trustworthiness. Know you can count on your partner. You like that you can call him and he's always there for you. You need him to be reliable and dependable. See how that go? Humor and laughter. You like sharing jokes and you like when y'all sit around and just talk about stupid, crazy stuff. Your need is you need to have a mate who can make you laugh, especially on days that you don't feel like laughing. It's a need. You need humor. All right. Share values and goals. You like that y'all align on different things in y'all life. You like that where he came from, how he was raised. And then you need a man that came from a stable environment who understands what the relationship looks like. You need that. All right. Respect your boundaries. Okay. Respect for boundaries, recognizing and respecting each other's needs and space. You like that he respects your boundaries when you want your alone time and you don't want to deal with him. You like when you do that. You need that alone time so that you can regroup. Okay. Being able to be yourself. You like that he makes you feel comfortable. You express yourself. You like that you feel like you can just tell him anything. Again, you have a need for open communication and a need for understanding. Now, needs. These are things that are essential to you as a woman and essential for you to be able to develop feelings. Why? Because I don't know how you're liking or loving somebody who is unable to fulfill your needs. Needs are literally requirements. These are the things that I need from my mate. How are you going outside of them and still liking and loving somebody based on their physical appearance or whatever initially attracted you to them? You're not going to be able to go far because you have to understand, are your needs being met? And if they're not being met, what are you liking and loving? Disappointment being number 2. What is it that you're liking and loving? This is where you got to determine what your needs are, okay? Needs. They may not be as readily apparent on the surface, and they do require a deeper exploration of a person. You have to learn how to convey those needs, but you first have to know what those needs are. We had a previous video when I broke down some needs. I have another list of needs, and I'm going to break down these needs again because I have already told y'all about the likes, okay? So let's break down some of these needs. Needs: a need for communication, a need for trust, a need for acceptance, a need for affection, a need for quality time, a need for respect, a need for security, a need for forgiveness, a need for honesty. You also need uncertainty because you want a mystery to remain with him and you want a mystery to remain with yourself because that keeps things interesting. You have a need for boundaries, a need for conflict resolution, a need for connections and love, a need for loyalty, a need for prioritization because you want to be a priority in your mate's life. You have a need for that. If you feel like you come in second, your need is not being met. And I don't know how you're getting around that to still have emotions, okay? You have a need for intimacy, a need for empathy, a need for validation, a need for contribution, especially financial. You do have a need for that. So you need to learn how to convey that. A need for emotional support and a need for growth. Growth as in you need to see this relationship go from the lower stages to the highest of heights of happiness. You have a need for that. If you don't know what you need, It's going to be impossible for you to be able to stay with this person because you're going to feel unfulfilled. If you feel unfulfilled, what does that mean? Like a lot of men, when they feel unfulfilled with the woman that they're with, he may not break up with her, but he will go out and get those needs met. That's why he cheats. He has a need for nasty sex, like porn star sex, but you don't have sex like that. You have regular sex, missionary. You may like it from the back. You may not even give him head. He has a need for head. He may very well cheat on you to go get that need fulfilled. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's his need. You cannot invalidate his needs, just like he should not be invalidating yours. Now, here's an example. I like someone who has a great sense of humor, who is fun to go out with. Here's the need. I need someone who is honest, supportive, and good at communication. See, your like is the surface level stuff. The need goes a little deeper. You have to know the difference. It's like the wants. It's the wants, okay? It's the wants. And I want somebody who has a great sense of humor and wants to go out. I like that. I want that. But I actually need somebody who is honest, supportive, and got good communication. Because I can like you, but the moment that communication goes downhill, here, let me give you an example. There was a guy. He had an issue. He had to go to the hospital because his brother got into an accident. So he dropped all communication. I have a need for communication. I have a need to know what's going on. When you stop texting and calling and I don't know what's going on, again, I can assume what I want because I don't know what's going on. You haven't told me anything. So my need for communication was unmet. When I was able to convey that to the person, I don't think they understood. They just felt like, well, they was going through something and they could just tap out. That's not somebody I want to be with in the future, because that means when we get if I advance you to a relationship and you ever have a hard day or having some hard times, you're going to shut down. I'm not going to know what's wrong with you. You may be treating me like crap. That's not fair, because I have a need for communication. So if something changes in your life, I feel like you need to tell me that so I know how to approach you or how to handle you from that point. If I don't know what's going on because you like to shut down and go into the dark, you're not satisfying my need. It doesn't make me like you. It makes me want to get away from you, because what else will you hide from me when you're going through things? That's because I need communication. Now, I need a partner who is honest, loyal, and faithful, validating and respectful of themselves and others. I need him to be intelligent, resilient, positive, and a growth mindset. I need him to be sincere and secure me in our relationship or my dealings with him. I need him to respect my boundaries, and I need him to understand my consent. If I don't consent to it, then I need him to understand why. Okay. I need him to be even-tempered, because I don't want an attitudey man. Even-tempered and protective without being possessive or controlling, because please do not tell me that I can't just because you don't want me to. Okay. I need him to be my best friend. Okay. I need him to be open-minded. I need him to value equality. I need him to not be racist, prejudiced, or bigoted. I don't need any of that negative stuff in my life. Okay. I need him to love himself unconditionally, because I cannot fulfill the love that he does not have for himself. That is not what I'm here to do. My love can add to his love, but my love cannot be his only source of love. I need him to love himself. I need him to be confident. I need him to believe in him, because if there may be days that I don't believe in nothing he got going on. Don't let that change anything, because if you don't believe in yourself, nothing I can do is going to change that, okay? I need him to possess high standards. I need him to have morals and values. I need him to understand the difference between expectations and standards. And there is a difference. I expect him to show up on time. The standard is for him to get there. Okay? I need him to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. These are the things that I need. I just broke down all my needs that I can convey while I'm on this roster. And the moment that these needs have not been met, what do? I document it in my roster. And I will determine if I'm going to close this person off of my roster if they're not fulfilling my needs. But in order to hold him to that standard, I have to know what they are first. Now, here are my likes. I like a partner who is considerate, thoughtful, sincere, and sentimental at times, okay? I like him to be helpful around the house. I like for him to be flirtatious, gregarious, and imaginative, witty, and has a good sense of humor. I like for him to be ambitious, driven, resourceful, responsible, and determined, okay? I like for him to be imaginative, creative, and unique. I like for him to be witty, have a good sense of humor. I like for him to be enchanting and be confident. He needs confidence, okay? I like for him to be passionate and compassionate. I like for him to be understanding and patient. I like for him to be romantic, enchanting, charming, chivalrous, and a gentleman. Okay? I like for him to be attractive, cuddly, attentive, and affectionate. I like for him to be generous and complimentary. So lay the compliments on me and then be generous with the gift giving and the acts of service. Because I told you my love language is acts of service. So generosity in all facets are something that I actually require. It is a need for me. I like it, but it's a need based on my acts of service love language. I like for him to be kind of a bookworm, a nerd, somebody who likes to read books because I'm an author. I would like for my man to be able to read some of my work to know the things that I put out there so that if he's ever somewhere and somebody asks him or whatever, he can say, hey, my girl writes those books. But if he doesn't like to read, we're already at an impasse because I write, okay? I like for him to be sexy, sensual, and sexually unselfish, which means that he is willing to please me when we are in that place for me to be pleased. Not being selfish, saying, oh, no, I don't give head. That's selfish. I'm going to move around that because I like that. You don't want to appease to that? That's fine. Can we compromise on that? Absolutely not. I don't know how to compromise. Because if it's my like and you telling me you don't like to do it, we're going to always be at an impasse. Okay? I like for him to be an asshole sometimes. I know y'all trying, what? Yeah, because I don't want a yes man. I like for him to be an asshole sometimes when it's needed and when it's warranted. Because I don't need him to always at my beck and call. That's a pushover. I'm not walking over anybody because even though it would be easy for me to do that, I wouldn't feel good in my spirit doing that. So I'm not going to be doing it. So he's going to have to push back on me. That means I'm going to be upset and he gonna say no to me and he going to be an asshole. But I need that. I actually need it and I require it. But I love it when a man is that, okay? And I like for him not to be too bossy, which means he know to give me that look, and I know what that look mean, and I can just shut up. I like that. I don't like him to think that he gonna put his hands on me, and that's how he gonna control me. I don't like that. I don't need that either. Okay? Did y'all get the list of the needs and the likes? It's very important that you know the difference between the two, especially when you're trying to roster date. You're not going to be able to get these needs met and get your likes fulfilled if you don't know what they are. I just ran down a very thorough list in my needs and my likes. So I know exactly where I'm going, and I'm able to convey that to my partners when I do talk to them, especially on the dates and in these initial conversations. Because again, I'm listening with open ears. I'm not giving them a whole lot of me. They'll never know the real me. They'll know whatever version I give them. I don't need him, listen to need. I don't need him trying to get to know me. But I need him to learn me by watching how I treat him, watching how I treat others, and watching how I treat myself. He's going to be able to learn a lot. He's going to be able to see that I love myself through the roof, through the highest mountain. My love is top tier. He's going to also see that I love other people because I'm a people person. That's how I got my business, Big Belly Vegan, and I'm able to serve customers in that business because I like that. I like being able to do that, okay? He's also going to see how I treat him. So he's going to be able to see, okay, she's full of love. I can release to her. If he is unable to capture any of that from observations, then that means he's not paying attention. And what does that mean? Surface level attraction. He's just trying to get to the end of the line, third base, to get some sex. That's it. He's not trying to learn anything else. He doesn't care about anything else. And you can tell when somebody's into you based on the things that they're observing or the things that their questions they're asking you. A lot of the questions y'all get asked are surface level. What do you like to do? What are you doing today? Surface level mess. I tell people all the time, don't ask me how I'm doing. Don't ask me how my day was. Don't ask me where I'm from. Don't ask me anything that's surface level. I don't small talk. I don't like small talking. I don't need small talk. What I need is an in-depth conversation so I can see exactly where your mental state is and to see if you got any type of thing that you can teach me. I need to be taught. I like learning. So I need to be taught by my guys. If they're not teaching me anything and I'm always in a teacher mode, I don't like that. And guess what I do? When I feel like that, I feel like I'm a mom now. And so then I will son him. And what that means is I will not treat him like a man. He will be talked to and handled any kind of way. Why? Because I look at him like a child. So likes, needs. They're both beneficial to roster dating. Because if you know what you like, you can go out there and get it. If you know what you need, you can know how they can serve you. Likes are you going to get it, your wants. Needs are somebody serving you and fulfilling those needs. You should not have emotions on either one of them. Why? They need to develop over time. As you see them attending to your likes and attending to your needs, then we can start developing emotions. That's how they should have taught us. But they taught us the other way. They said develop the emotions first, and then we can see if anything can happen after that. And it's completely wrong. That's how y'all fall into the sex, because you can't wait. You like to have sex and you like him so much you can't wait to have sex with him. And then when you have sex with him, you like it so much that you never get rid of it. And you keep the mistreatment coming. We were just taught backwards in school, which I don't understand why they taught us sex ed in school, but they did not teach us emotional intelligence. Had they taught us emotional intelligence, a lot of us would know how to maintain our emotions and put them where they need to be. But y'all know America does everything backwards, because as long as y'all know sex ed, that means more STDs, and more STDs means more pharmaceuticals can get money from prescriptions. Big Pharma runs America. You have to know that. So they were never going to teach you how to maintain your emotions and stay away from things that can make you commit suicide or make you feel bad. No. They won't teach you how to maintain your emotions, but they will teach you how to have sex and the things that come with sex that makes you more interested, which is why the STD rates, the HIV, and all those numbers went up. Because a lot of people think, well, it can't happen to me. It can't happen to me. If they had taught us the other way around, we wouldn't even be thinking like that. But they didn't, which is why I don't believe in the American schools. I'm a homeschool advocate. My kids, when I have them, can't go to school with y'all kids because some of y'all kids are overexposed, okay? But so determine your likes, determine your needs. And when you know them both, learn how to convey them. And you can determine if y'all are on the same page. That's what's called equally yoked. You will find yourself not equally yoked with the people you've been connected to because they've never known what you like, they've never known what you needed, and you did not know yourself. So you was not able to convey that. Roster dating gives you a chance to learn all of that. That's why I am telling you to stop putting all of your eggs in one basket and never date just one sis. Follow this channel for more. Tune in tomorrow for episode 31. We're going to be going into emotional dependence and how y'all got to stop depending on people with your emotions, thinking that they're supposed to give a crap. Nobody has to be responsible for your emotions. That'll be tomorrow's topic. I'm going to go in depth about that. Share this channel, like and subscribe to it. And remember, there will be no more content on TikTok, okay? And the content and interactions will increase in the Facebook group when you all join it and start interacting. I know a lot of you are not on Facebook, and that is fine. If we need to create a Discord group or a group meet or something of that sort for you all to feel more comfortable in, then I will not know that unless you leave comments on the videos or you send me emails. Make sure that your daughters from the ages of 15 on up is watching this channel. Nieces, daughters, whomever, cousins, whatever, 15 years and on up. They have to learn how to roster date early because it is teaching them how to be emotionally intelligent throughout this process. I do not want them to learn about sex the first time and they get it from their friends in school, and before you know it, they effing out of both pants. They got babies and their emotions all over the place because now we're going backwards. From 15 on up, this is what this channel is for. Tune in because the information that you need to have a very great, inviting, and lovely dating life is here. You're not going to find this content on any other dating coach channels. I'm going to be cutthroat with you. And I'm also going to tie it into the things that I had experienced in my lifetime and what I've learned from me being a certified coach. See y'all tomorrow.